Ladies and gents, welcome back to another YouTube episode with me. I don't know why I did that. That was like a podcast intro. But yeah, welcome back. Today I am hiking. Well, first of all, I'm running a few errands, but then I think I'm gonna head north to a place in Maryland that I've wanted to hike and I've never been there before. And it's not a terrible hike, but I'm hoping that now that, you know, the daylight savings and the time for the sunset is 7:15 today, it'll give me a little bit more time to get up there and hike without worrying about the sun setting at 5 p.m, 6 p.m. or whatever. So I get an extra hour to just be able to do that. So I'm setting off. It's 1:30 right now. I've just got to run a few errands. I've got to call my grandfather, my BAMP, back home. And I'll probably do that as I'm driving up there. But anyway, yes, I'm gonna head to a small place. I say small, Annapolis Rock. It is one of the places in Maryland that is a recommended place to hike. And next weekend I go away on a cruise, so I just figured I want to do it this weekend while the sun is set, you know, is out. It's nice weather. It's a little bit chilly, but that's, you know, it is March at the end of the day. So yeah. So one of those tours, those errands, is running to the dump here. Rather than paying for the service, you can do it yourself here where I live. So I have a pickup truck, may as well do it myself. Quick little coffee stop at Dunkin'. Not my preferred choice, but I just saw it and I fancied a coffee, so why not? All right, so you might be wondering, Ryan, why am I doing this hike so late on a Sunday? Well, I just fancied it first and foremost. And Annapolis Rock, I always wanted, you know, it's spring, the weather is nice. It's a little chilly outside. It is 6 degrees Celsius. I don't know if you can see that. And yes, I do have my truck in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. Just obviously, that's what I'm used to growing up, and I can easily do the conversion. Not 100% accurate, but right now it's about 44 Fahrenheit, I would say, somewhere around that region. But I just fancy doing a little hike on a Sunday, and next weekend I'm going on a cruise. So prepared to see some vlogs on that, or just some YouTube content and content in general for that. But I've always wanted to do this hike. I've always wanted to go up to Annapolis Rock. And with the weather being as it is, it's a perfect time to do so. So yeah. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the footage. The disparity between like where I am right now and southern Maryland and sort of around the bigger cities is just wild. In terms of, this is where I live is fairly rural, I would say, but this takes it to another kind of level and tier of ruralness. I mean, just beautiful houses up here, lots of land, lots of space. You know, lots of wooded areas. The terrain is a lot more hilly. Obviously, where I'm going is a high point in the state, so I mean that's expected. And right now it's 20 past 3, so I'm almost there. Happy days, beautiful day for it. All right, well, I fucked up. I put in the wrong. What a nightmare! There are apparently 2 Annapolis Rocks. One is a small little place up in where I am currently, but the actual one that I want to get to with the beautiful views is an additional half-hour away. It's not terrible at all, but I was hoping to be, so it should still work out fine timing wise. So I'm gonna get there in about 40 minutes actually with traffic. And then from there it's like a 3 hour, well, I knew it was going to be like a 2.5 3 hour out and back hike. So if I get there, I should be done by the time sun is setting, which is good. So then I'll be just driving back kind of in the dark. So I'll just be getting home a little bit later than I anticipated, but that is, you know, that's fine. It just means then I'll probably be up a little bit later this evening getting a few more pieces done, just like around the house or whatever that I wanted to do anyway. But I'm, you know, it still works out because of the sun setting at 7:15 today. So nightmare, what a mare. You know, that is the downside to kind of being a spontaneous individual, is that sometimes, like, I knew I wanted to go for a hike, but just in terms of prep, I suppose, like, I had everything good to go, and I was, you know, I was prepping to go, but obviously I put in the wrong address, shit like that, you know. But it's all good, it's part of the adventure. I'm not mad, all good. Welcome to Myersville. I finally made it. All right, quickly get to the top. It doesn't take that long. I've never done this hike before, but welcome. We are on the Annapolis Rocks trail, which is part of the Appalachian Trail, but I am testing out these bad boys, and I'm gonna make a full video review on them at some point. But they're by a company called Zero, and they are barefoot hiking boots, hiking shoes, like flat sole, everything. They are comfortable as anything. So yeah, let's go. It's chilly. It's about 6 degrees Celsius right now, which might play a factor later on. But look at this bad boy. .2 miles distance out, 4.5 round trip, elevation 1,700 feet. Not bad. Let's go. So apparently for the first half mile of the out is kind of steep, but like, I suppose if you're used to doing incline walks and stuff for half hour at 10-12%, you'd be right. Probably gonna get a sweat on. It is obviously a little bit chilly out. If you don't know where the Appalachian, or Appalachian as I say, but they say Appalachian trail is, it's a very long trail. Runs through, I think 8 states, maybe more, along the East Coast. I think it starts in, correct me if I'm wrong, like Tennessee, at the Smoky Mountains, maybe the Blue Ridge, and then runs all the way up to like Maine and New England. And it is quite a trek, and I think it'd be an incredible thing to do, just as like an adventure. I don't ever see myself doing it, but I'd love to do parts, and this is what I'm doing right now. Just, you know, because I miss this. It's beautiful. Now, if I was going to do this properly, you know, I'd probably do a weekend thing. Camp. I really want to get a soft topper for the back of my pickup truck, for my truck bed, and have that as like a off the ground little camping spot for myself. And that's the eventual goals, you know, to cook and whatnot and do a couple weekend trips. But for now, I'm making the most of it with this, and yeah, it's beautiful. Just being outdoors, you know, just being out, incredible. Little flat part. I just want to show you kind of what we got going on here. This is a trail I'm following off to the right. So you have the valleys and whatnot, but we are on the Appalachian Trail, so it is quite busy. And as a little tip for you, as someone who's done a lot of DOV expeditions, Duke of Edinburgh, in the cold in particular, stay hydrated. You may not feel like you need it, but trust me, you're sweating. Like, I'm moving at a quick pace. Heart rate is at 115. I know I'm sweaty. Have layers, take them on and off as you need, but stay hydrated. Little pro tip too, add some sodium and potassium to your water. We'll get like a little liquid IV sachet, and you're good to go. You definitely need those electrolytes replenished even when you don't think you do. Yes, the sun is out, but it's still cold and you're still sweaty. This way. Look at that. Little spot for the caretaker, that's nifty. Little campground down that way. Beautiful. I'm impressed so far with my little introduction to the Appalachian Trail here in Maryland. It has all the amenities. Like, it's even got a Portaloo right here, Porta John, I'm assuming, right there. And I can see kind of the view coming through these trees over here. Wow, look at that. See in the distance over there, little spring, little lake. Now if it wasn't windy, I'd probably send up the drone, but it's so windy right now and cold. But what a beautiful little spot. Now usually if I wasn't so spontaneous and I didn't come up here on the whim, I would have planned that I would have had a flask, I would have had some food with me, I would have made maybe right here, set up a little spot, but if I had my flask I wouldn't need to. But what a beautiful little spot, huh? Annapolis Rocks, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful views in the distance, you know, you can see the mountains in the distance all the way through here. And it is absolutely stunning. The time right now is 25 past. It's pretty windy, so I'm gonna nestle up here. It's 25 past 5. Sun is setting in 2 hours. And I made it up here in about an hour. Well, hour, 5 minutes really. So now we head back. But yeah, this is beautiful. If I had a flask, you know, I'd sit here, chill out with a cup of tea, but I don't. I'm just gonna take in this views real quick and then head out. What a gorgeous little hike, nice little drive up here too, minus the little mishap I had. But yeah, highly recommend Annapolis Rock if you're in the area. Even if you're not, it's nice. This is quite an easy little hike if you want to venture into hiking or just whatever. It wasn't that challenging, to be honest. Like I said, if you can do 10 minutes on the treadmill at, no, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the treadmill at 10% incline, 3 miles an hour walk, less than that even, you'll be golden. Obviously make sure you're wearing enough layers depending on the weather. Right now it's bitterly cold with this wind. It's like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, minus probably 1, 2 with the wind factor, but absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna love you and leave you right here. Gonna head back down to the car and I'll check in with you there. So as you can see, sun is starting to go down a little bit, but I'm almost there, almost back. So happy days. Well, made it back, folks. Gonna pop to somewhere to get a coffee or something, just nice and warm. Might have a bite to eat. The time is 6:15, so round trip, 2 hours, give or take. Beautiful. So I'll see you when I get some food, and then I'm probably gonna sign out of this one. All right, I put this hat on because I was pretty chilly and the other one's soaking wet, but it's drying off. I'm gonna pop into McDonald's. I think I usually wouldn't, to be honest. I would usually just wait till I got home, for example, but 14,000 steps later and I'm a little bit peckish and I do want a coffee or something warm, and yeah, I'm just gonna get a quick bite to eat, and then that way I can just go straight home, don't have to worry about cooking when I get home, and I'll be done. And yeah, what a beautiful little adventure that was. Like I said, I would have liked to bring my stove and do a little cook and whatnot, and I would have had my flask of tea. That would have just been perfect way to just chill out at the top. Obviously I made it back to the truck with plenty of time to spare before it gets dark, over an hour. All right, so I didn't end up getting a coffee. I figured that I need to stop and get petrol at some point. I've got 118 miles to get empty, till it's empty. So I just went with a large, well, this is a medium actually, Diet Coke. That is nice after that little hike. And then, not often would I get this, but I decided just to get a just a Big Mac on its own. It's pretty banging, can't go wrong. Obviously not the best option. I was thinking about getting a Subway, but it's an hour till I get to the Subway. Actually, it's not. I would have to detour off my route, or my route, to get a Subway. And but yeah, quickly, look at those daffodils, absolutely beautiful. Every time I see daffodils, obviously always reminds me of home. Welsh national flower, if you didn't know. But yeah, gorgeous. Right, this is gonna be a good spot to leave you. Like I said, didn't get a coffee, but I'm just gonna get a Monster, I think, when I go to fuel up. So, gonna love you and leave you here. What a beautiful day on the spontaneousness realm of just doing shit, getting stuff done. Like I said, I didn't really plan this. I kind of did, but I didn't. On the whim, decided to come up here. Beautiful hike, couple hours, long drive. Not gonna get home till about 8, but yeah, not bad overall for just on the fly Sunday. What a gorgeous day for it. So I'm gonna love you, leaving. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, give me a like, that thumbs up, it does help. And don't forget to subscribe. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next one.